Open up our mics here.
Got some people to interview down there. Whoop, whoop.
Let's go ahead and get
Definitely
the collab cam here.
Definitely bring Ellswick. Talk to his ass. Put him on the spot.
All right, go ahead and join that up. Dooms, if you're happening, join that as well. If you're joining, let me know. With Cam, I can switch over to intermission 3.
Let's take him off.
Okay. Holy shit, my cam is super. Webcam capture. No, not mess with that.
Oh, that's why.
Should be good.
How's that?
Let's see. Guess. Let's put you on the collab. Perfect. For anybody that's watching, can you hear us fine? Jamie, can you also talk?
Check, Mike. Check.
Ellswick says he can hear us. Okay. You can also hear Jamie? Unfortunately. All right. Let's move this over here.
I don't think it's fair that he has a T-shirt. Ain't even told nobody about him. Fucked up.
Don't worry. Coming soon. All right, let's see here. Make sure I got all this up here. Bear with us, folks. First few are definitely going to be learning curves. All right, there we go. All right, guys. Welcome back. Welcome to the new GEC NASCAR Teardown podcast, your virtual garage and podcast for all things GEC NASCAR League. I'm your host, Mason Arujo, alongside my co-host, Jamie Griffin. And we're going to go through a bunch of stuff that happened in the last 2 races, the beginning of our season 7, for both Cups and Trucks. We'll give you a brief rundown of what we're going to be going through. We've got 2 things in league news that we'll be talking about as far as upcoming races. Also, we'll have a buy-in payout announcement coming up as well. seeing as we are getting to that second race. Um, we'll be going over race breakdowns for both the Cups and Trucks once again for the last two races. Let's see, what else are we going over?
We got some
Yep, go for
we
it.
got some other news as well. Obviously there's some real live NASCAR news as well. A lot of updates in that realm, but we also wanted to talk about, because this is the first one, obviously. We've had many other seasons. Season 6 just releasing one of our best seasons yet, leading into season 7. Obviously, touch base on that as well.
Yep, absolutely. We'll also be going over some driver spotlights, and we're going to attempt to do some interviews with some of the drivers down below. If anybody is interested, we'll either pull at random, or if people are interested, we'll pull them. Either way, we're gonna do. Let's see. We don't really have much for fan zone this week, unless we can get some community comments or questions in the chat. If people feel that they want any questions answered, we can do that. And then we'll be going into a look ahead for next week, or I guess technically this week, starting tomorrow. And we'll go over a few things for upcoming tracks for this week, as far as tire wear and pit strats and weather sim expectations and whatnot. We'll also go over some predictions or rivals that we should be watching out for out there on the track. And yeah, with that, we'll start back up the top. So let's see. Upcoming race reminders, obviously, as I just stated, starting tomorrow, Tuesday, be the second race of the trucks, and that will be at Auto Club, I believe it is.
Yeah, Auto Club. Very
Right.
great track. A lot of people are excited for that one.
It's I'd say it's an interesting track to say the least, for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
We don't have any schedule changes. We don't usually do any schedule changes unless absolutely necessary. Usually, whatever is on the schedule, we usually leave till the end of the season. So, let's see. We don't have any updates currently regarding the mentor program. Everybody's been doing pretty decent. Yeah, there was a little rough racing out there at Daytona, but hey, that's Daytona. It's a super speedway. Kind of have to expect that. So,
And as we've seen it in the past, Mason, we've every season we start with Daytona, right? And sometimes we actually have Daytona in a couple different races throughout the season, and every single time, doesn't matter. There's gonna be something, some kind of chaos somewhere. They always call it the big one. We hate to say it because we know it's gonna happen. We hate to jinx it, but generally, a lot of times, many of those trucks or cars don't finish those races.
right. Yeah, it's usually back-to-back crashes for the most part.
Yeah.
um, let's see. Okay, so buy-in payouts. So obviously we're coming up to race 2 in the season, which means if you're buying in to become eligible to get a payout at the end of the season, you will need to be bought in by the start of this next race.
Yeah, that is correct.
All right. All right. Let's quickly. Let's see. We're gonna have to go over to another screen here. We'll be switching up to the race breakdown now. Over to the live scene.
So
See if I
which
can
race
pop you up here.
you thinking?
Um, I don't know. I want to start off with the trucks.
Yeah, why not?
Let me see if I can get you over here real quick. And by 1 minute, guys. Try to put them right here. There we go. There's that pretty face.
Ah,
All right. Move that down here. Perfect. All right.
live editor.
Yep. A little bit of live editing going on here. Let's see. I wanted to have this set up earlier, but just didn't happen. Just go ahead and do a display capture here. Can I get it over here? Oh, that's definitely not it. There we go.
Well, and, you know, as you're getting everything set up,
There we
Mason,
go.
like I said,
Yeah,
we'll
go for it.
talk a little bit about last season, season 6 being one of the biggest seasons here in GC. We just, you know, a lot of effort went into last season, twice as much into this season. It was crazy how much more back end work went into season 7 than did for season 6. But season 6 really ultimately kicked off, you know, the hard work that admins and the league itself had to do to make the experience good for the drivers. So that's why we started coming up with those filter series, as far as like coming out with the truck series, making sure that we have somewhere for the drivers to go that just really can't keep up with those cup guys. But really, ultimately, those truck guys have turned around and showed us that they got just as much experience as those cup guys in most of the aspects. So it's really great to see them all out on track. Season 6 was, like I said, one of the best ones yet. With the truck series, we had Nick Sipple taking that championship home. Nick Sipple, fast driver, he's now up in the Cup Series for winning that championship. And then you know, in that second spot, you had Darren Bruce. Darren Bruce, he ultimately came in mid-season, I would say, and was able to make it to second place on the podium. Had a couple rough races towards the end, but really was in the running for the championship as well. And then you had Caldwell Bolton coming in third, doing a really great job for himself. Paid for his paying for this season with his payout for last season. So pretty cool with that. But yeah, you got everything set up, Mason?
Yeah, I think we're just going to remove ourselves off the screen for this one, I think.
Ah, that's fine. Doesn't we don't need to be in there.
Let's quickly just grab this. All right. I think you sent me this one. Okay, perfect. All right, I think we're good.
Yeah.
All right, so let's see. So I mean, we can go over like top five finishers for the trucks right now. So the top P1 through five, we'll go in order here. So Michael Boyd taking P1, Kyle Simmons taking P2, Sebastian Hernandez Rodriguez taking P3, Joseph Vats taking P4, and John Sellers taking P5. Um, Quickly, I think in the truck race, I believe we had about 13 DQs, 4 DCs, DC being disconnects, DQs being
Oof.
disqualifiers. Um, did you catch how many cautions and crashes did we have by chance?
Yeah, so there was 14 cautions in the truck race, and there was I think like 11 in the cup race.
Okay. So, I mean, yeah, I mean, it's Daytona. What do you want?
Well, and like I said, man, those guys are running so close together. In the cup race, we had a real big issue because the setup was so low to the ground. They were just grinding the cars around the track once they hit those corners. It really sandbagged the car pretty badly, to the point where people were checking up really bad. It was just causing serious issues. iRacing has done something with the pre-made Daytona Oval setup that we didn't know. So when we got in there, we didn't even realize that we didn't have a setup to run that was actually capable to make quality good racing. So ultimately, they just went out there and made do with what they had: 100 laps for Cup and 80 laps for trucks. But both sets of drivers did really well for the conditions that they had. And for season openers, I mean, can't get better for the turnout that we had either.
No, definitely. A lot of people came out, which is really always a great thing to see. So, and also to touch, you had said that the setup that we had wasn't like up to par, or what was wrong with it?
So ultimately, we had to run the Daytona Oval 2011 setup when really ultimately it should have just been Daytona Oval. iRacing missed the ball, I guess, and they didn't put in a new setup when they adjusted the cars. So now not only did we have to deal with the aero package, but we also had to deal with a setup that really wasn't rated for the track that we were on. So we attempted to find other setup creators like Conti is one of our main setup people. They weren't able to do it in time because by the time we figured it out, it was only like 48 hours out from the race,
Right.
unfortunately. So really, ultimately, we just had to go with what we had.
All right. Let's see. Kyle S. I'm guessing that's Kyle Simmons? Question mark. Um,
Kyle Simmons, yeah.
he said, "Who had the sixth save in the first half of the race? They were sideways."
If
Um,
I I didn't
did,
actually, I've probably seen it from the broadcast. I know I seen it from the broadcast. I just don't remember where it was. If you give us a time, we'll go over it. But I just don't remember what lap it actually was.
yeah. I mean, if you can find a time, we'll keep playing through the video here just while we're talking. If you happen to see it, or if you look it up and find it, let us know. We'll review it. Let's see what else we got here. So it was unfortunate, but I did hear at the end of at the both races, both trucks and cups. I heard that there was a pretty big one right at the end, like right as the
Yeah.
checker flag was coming.
Yep, big crash at the end there. Unfortunately, and again, every single time it happens, it's not what you want to see at the end of one of those races. You want to see them three wide, 3 lanes back, pushing that finish line hard. But unfortunately, all that causes is everybody to pile up towards the end there and resulted in really not much of a race at the last couple corners like we're used to. So, but hey, like I said, everybody put in their best effort and we got the race that was meant for us. So,
Yeah, that's all you can ask for, right?
I mean, it's all a roll of the dice normally. So,
um, so you had picked, I believe it was Joe Barrow for your pick during a race. I can't remember if it was Cups or Trucks.
yeah, that was for Cups.
So
And they say I'm jinxed. They say I'm jinxed. I still am trying to break that curse. But you know, hey, what are you gonna do?
I I can't help but think that you are 100% correct about the curse. It seems like every time you do pick Joe, he ends up crashing or getting wrecked out. But hey, it's all good.
Well, see, hey, in seasons, and it's suspicious that season 6, I didn't pick Joe at all the whole season on purpose just to see, and he had his best season yet, other than the championship. So I'm a little upset with that.
Oh, Mr. Ellswick says shock picking Barrow or Barrow.
Hey, Barrow or Borrow is that guy.
Bribery doesn't hurt though. Well,
No, bribery goes a really long way, especially with corrupt people.
Yancey Motorsports says we have a survey to run for popular drivers working out the details.
For MVP or MPD, we should say, right?
You said you're working on one, or you're asking if we're working on one?
I can tell you the fan favorite's always going to be the number 5. Woo! No.
Wesley Lynch says just pick me. All right, so let's switch over to the cups real quick. Top five finishes or P1 through 5 finishes. We're gonna have Jacob Malone P1, Thomas Coonan P2, Hunter Birkmeyer P3, Bradley D. Wilson P4, and P5 is going to be Joshua Barr. With the Cup race, we had 9 DQs and 5 DCs. And as I said, we also had the same events at the end of the race coming to the checkered flag with the crash. I'm sure for many, obviously, that is a heartbreaking moment, especially when you're up front looking at that checkered flag. You're almost to the finish line, and then you just see your whole car go sideways, or somebody takes you out, throws you into the field, or whatever it is. Definitely a heartbreaking moment.
Well, and most times these guys have already been racing for 2 hours, man. So that kind of thing is devastating to get tipped out on the last couple corners. Oh man, it gets in your feels. I'll tell you, it really does. I've been there, done it.
I could
I was like,
definitely imagine.
that's that 66. He's been on the you know rear end of a couple of them with me.
Number 66, I'm guessing what that is.
Ellswick.
Ellswick.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that, Ellswick?
Season 3 and 4.
Actually, you know what? Better yet, where are we at here? Invite to speak. Come on up and speak real quick, Ellswick.
Hey, number 66.
What's going on, guys?
Hey. No, we were
And to
just
note, I've
talking
been on the
about
rear end of him every time. Make
couple
sure we're
Daytona finishes.
like 4 in a row.
Oh, come on now. Maybe two. Maybe two. Definitely not
Oh, is this
four.
I don't think this was this it? Is
What?
this the sideways thing he was talking about?
Possibly.
I don't think so. I think that guy was backwards on the track, actually.
Well, in even as you were talking about the stats themselves, or the incidents of how many people got DQ'd versus Truck and Cup Series, significantly lower on the Cup side. Obviously more than we want to see anywhere.
Of course.
Get DQ'd. But that 24 limit, man, it's really gonna hit you. That just encourages that clean racing. Ellswick, as we've seen in the past, we've seen how chaotic it can be without the incidents on the track. What do you think it would be like to raise those or take them away completely like we had before?
Well, I mean, I think you can't really judge the instant points at super speedway racing as harsh as you can at an intermediate or a short track, just because mostly, specifically on these openers like this that we always do at Daytona. Um, there's a lot of drivers in this, especially in the truck series, that have never raced with each other. Um, so there's a lot of just new learning of how drivers can handle certain bumps and passing and how close you can race to one another. I think I like the number. For me, I think a lot of us Cup guys would like to see that number even lowered, and maybe even look at removing fast repairs and those kind of things to make it even more competitive and kind of calms down the craziness a little bit even more. But for I think y'all brought 30 or something to the trucks last night or Tuesday night. You know, for what you had, you can't complain that too much. I mean, a lot of it's just everybody's got the emotions are high and they're trying to be as I guess you could say competitive and um, fast as possible to kind of show themselves and lock themselves in to the playoffs there. But I think the number is fine for me. But I can also see the other side too. Maybe for the trucks you lower it or get rid of it. There's some options there I think you could look at.
Well, there has been discussions, obviously, in the past of removing that fast repair, and it's been commented on actually several times leading up to season 7. What kind of impact do you think that would have?
For the cup side, I think for most of the cup guys, we have a pretty good respect for one another. Um, so I don't think it'd be too big of a problem. You're always going to have a few that are out there that drive the wheels off the car too early and it's just too aggressive, which is normally the ones that you're seeing that will get DQ'd. Of course, some of the ones that are getting DQ'd are the effect of their actions, but I mean, I don't think removing a fast repair would hurt. I think it will calm the aggressiveness down. I think you'll get less cautions. I mean, yeah, there's still going to be some races that you might get wrecked out super early. But for me, for the Cup Series specifically, I think I would like to see it just because I think it would even provide better racing than what you're seeing now. But for the trucks, I understand you may want to keep it.
Yeah, and as we move on, thinking about that, we also are thinking about the ARCA series as well coming into season 8. And again, these things have been tossed back and forth. Whereas then we have a super high strict series, and then we have a lower series that isn't so strict. So, but yeah, no, thank you for that.
It looks like we had a quick question from Yancey. Did Cup do better in DQs than trucks? The answer to that is yes. Not by much, but yes. Cups had 9 DQs, trucks had 13.
And
Um,
also, Cup did that in more laps as well. Cup had more laps than the truck, 20 more laps.
Correct.
So that's not bad between the two.
One thing I do want to do, or actually, if you see on the screen now, we have driver standings. Obviously, one race, but this is where we stand currently. This is for the cups. So this is
Side
our
note there, Mason.
Yes, sir.
Those points are not going to be accurate. The stages are
Oh,
not involved.
correct. Jamie told me to say that these are
Unofficial.
unofficial results. Unofficial results. This is where we stand unofficially currently. This is nothing calculated into it yet. But as of the end of the race, unofficially, this is where we stand. So subject to change. Also subject to change. Top 20. You know what? We're just going to skip driver standings because it doesn't make sense to show them if it's just going to change. Race calendar. This is what we're currently looking at. We have our playoffs starting in October 23rd. And our end date for the season will be November 20th, which is quite nice. Kind of leaves that gap for the holidays, which is nice.
Yeah, we'll probably most likely be coming back in the first or second week of January.
We're still undecided on our All-Star race, are we?
Yeah, I've heard a lot of controversy, like people not wanting the All-Star race and wanting to do something else. Not sure what that something else was. I completely am drawing a blank on that, but
Okay.
yeah, we haven't fully decided.
All right, sounds good. I mean, we got plenty of time, obviously. The only difference that I see between the truck and cups is race. What was it? Race number. All right, can we stop going back to the driver standings, please? Thank you. Race 8.
Yes. So they are going to be going to different tracks. One is going to be going to Monza, and the other one is going to
Moat GI.
yeah. I've never actually I've been there a couple times. It makes for great racing, so I'm real interested to see what they got out there. It's going to be difficult for the Cup Series. Going to a Monza Oval. It's not an easy track. It really, really is not. So it's going to be for some interesting racing, but the Truck Series is really going to be in for it. Normally on road courses, I think the Truck Series is going to a road course that week.
The truck series is going to.
Is that an oval or a road?
Charlotte Roval. Is that what it is?
Yeah, yeah. So it's gonna be a good show.
I
Really is.
actually personally I'm kind of excited to watch the Roval. I want to see how everybody reacts to the Roval because I don't think we ever done a Roval in our series before.
Yeah, actually we have. And we did very well at the Roval. Almost all the drivers finished the race and it turned out really well. So
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to going back.
Oh, this will be the first one that I've seen because I haven't been able to go back and watch any of those, so this will be nice to watch. Let's see. All right, well, we can move off of those now. Go back into here and let's skip down to let's see, 44 minutes and 29 seconds. We got a contact causing accident between the number 28, which is Jessica Childs, and 8, which is K Man, ending in a multi-truck crash.
Yeah, unfortunately, it just looked like they had gotten together and it involved, I think, 5 or 6 different vehicles, unfortunately. Um, but yeah, it really ultimately, I don't know if it was completely avoidable. I didn't have every angle on it, but from the broadcast, it just did not look good.
All right, so it looks like we're going back into the review here now. So it looks like, yep. So let's go back on that a little bit. So it looks like 28 went down onto the apron and kind of lost it there. Is that what it kind of looks like?
Actually, it looked more like she had to check up for the car or for the truck in front of her, and the truck in behind her really just wasn't ready for it. That THD truck just caught her right there.
Oh yeah,
We
okay.
didn't see the checkup at all, and again, I'm not saying it's anybody's fault, but that kind of racing incident right there is exactly
Oh,
what we were dealing with
that number 9 almost
last
went up. Number 9 almost lifted up off the ground.
Yeah, it was a pretty crazy incident involving a bunch of different vehicles. Obviously, we've seen Jessica Childs involved with that, um, K-Man involved with that,
It's like
several others. You got
968. Can't make out that other one back there.
like I said, at least 5 or 6 trucks involved.
Definitely a few, yeah.
Not including the DQs, but that definitely probably had taken a couple people out. So just unfortunate to see something that big.
All right, let's go down to another time frame here. 1 hour, 59 minutes, 35 seconds. Contact between the number 50, David Culleton, and the number 96, who is that Kuman? A Kuman? Am I
Como?
saying that right? Or Como?
Como?
Yeah. Causing a
I,
big
I've had
crash.
trouble announcing his name forever.
Let's head down that way. One
Camu?
hour.
Cameo? I don't know.
Might have to get him up here one of these days and find
Yeah.
out how it's actually said.
Well, and I am one of the most famous people for mispronouncing names, like ever.
I am no good with names. I mean, easy names, sure, but when we get to the more complicated names, all right, let's see here. 59 and 35 seconds. We're coming up on it here. Looks like, oh, that was actually it right there. So this is what, turn one they're going, or turn two?
Yeah, I believe so. Well, and the issue is everybody's just pushing so freaking hard to get to that,
Everybody
checkered
wants that
checkered line that
P1. Everybody
yeah.
wants to be safe for that, till.
Well, and you just seen a little bit of it right there going sideways.
Oh,
And that right there in the middle of a pack can just destroy the
that can
end of a
cause a big
race.
one for sure.
But hey, again, they wound up having to re-rack it. The caution wound up coming out for that. But yeah, he wound up going all the way around David Colton,
Oh
unfortunately.
man, yeah, quite a few caught up in that. All right, and I think we got, yeah. So the race, the one at the end here. shoot down that way real quick.
When it looked like that last one right there with Colton was maybe a little bit of payback from something a little earlier. They
You
were
think?
getting door to door earlier. Hey, you never know, man.
Hey, you know, very well could be the start of a rivalry there. You never know.
It wouldn't be the first one I've ever seen.
No, definitely not.
Sure, our boy Ellswick here has had his fair share.
Coming from the 5 truck? Yeah, absolutely. 1000%.
Oh god.
Listen, take it off the schedule, and I'd be a lot more happier.
Hey, that number 5, he's a really good looking guy. I mean, come on.
Yeah, that's where I'm going to mute.
All right. So moving down to the final one that we marked off for the trucks is going to be the race finish here. So obviously everything very tense right now. Everybody's seeing tunnels, trying to get ahead, trying to get to the front, trying to get that checker flag. That was that sideways crash I think that guy was talking about.
Really?
Because he saved it. He went sideways and he saved it. I think it's coming up right here.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, that was it right there.
No, that wasn't it. Where did it go? Did I miss
just
it?
seen
Oh,
him
there
go
it is. There it
sideways.
is. There it is. Oh.
Yeah.
Wow, that was crazy.
Yeah. Tell me about it.
What number is that? Number 7.
I even
Who's number
announced
7
it
in
in
the
the
truck
booth.
series?
That's a Yancey truck.
He's a gangster for doing what he did.
Who asked that question earlier?
Looks like Simmons.
Kyle Simmons. Well, there is your answer, Mr. Kyle Simmons. It is a Yancey Motorsports truck, number 7. I'm gonna go back and watch that one more time because that was actually a pretty incredible save.
I mean, in the effort it takes to do something like that, man, going from completely sideways. Yeah, no, he was pretty dang near sideways.
That was insane. All right, so got 2 to go here. Let's skip a little bit further. Oh, did I miss it? I did. All right, here we go. Coming to the finish line. Oh, this is not the finish line, is it?
Maybe it is.
Wait, what? I don't. Oh, maybe. Okay, this one was. Okay, this was the truck one. I was thinking of the cup one. It's more up front.
There it goes. Look at that.
Yeah, that was wild. That was, to say the least, one hell of a pile up. Oh, we went back to the sideways. Come on. Yeah, here we come. Actually, this is 2 to go. Why is it, why did I go back that far? Oh no, this is final lap. Yep, there it goes. Oof. Somebody comes sliding across the track.
Well, and everybody, like I said, is just pushing so hard to get to that end that most of them just never make it because it's one person's mistake.
It's that tunnel vision, man. I'm telling you. Once you get to that last lap,
I've been there.
Tunnel vision. Just try to push through the pack, get to the front, get the checker flag.
Well, and your hands are sweating. Your arms are tired. Your your feet are tired. You're just going into it trying to finish the race, and unfortunately, pushing too hard just takes you right out of it.
Yep, absolutely. All right. So if there's anything else that anybody wants to go over in trucks, just let us know. We can go back to it. But for the meantime, we are going to pop over to the Cup Series here. Cameron Craighead said, "Rip for me."
Yes, rip indeed. Using that 33 on.
Andy Menchaca said, "Congratulations on your debut podcast, fellas." Well, thank you
Appreciate
for
you,
showing
man.
up. Sure, thank you, thank you. All right, let's the first time we got here is 37 minutes and 41 seconds contact between the number 7 Jay Harris and the number 70 C Herman, causing a multi-car accident. Number 97 Loans and 14 Caswell collateral damage.
Well, and again, a lot of those plate tracks, we see a lot of that collateral damage. Unfortunately,
It's 100% going to happen. There's no way to avoid it. I mean, you can try to, but it's all basically luck.
Because I roll my dice at every single time. It's a 50-50 shot if you're even going to make it to the end. So,
and like I do see these sparks that you were talking about, though.
Yeah,
these sparks flying off the bottom of these cars.
Heavy sparks.
We have a caution. No way.
Wesley Lynch said I had over 12x and didn't even cause anything.
Was involved.
Oh, and there goes the 70.
Herman was involved.
We got 7, 97, 14.
Of Lon, 70 of Herman, 14 of Caswell, and the 7 of Justin Harris were all involved in that. That bottom line is
go back and watch that one more time.
Chew right through because it looks like they can't gain the momentum they're going to need. And like I said, see all the gaps in spacing between the cars.
Game of survival.
Yeah. No way. Looks like Garrett Caswell.
All right, so watching up here is where we get the contact. Looks like the 70 car kind of goes around.
Involved. The number 70 of Herman was involved.
Ooh, that 85 got super lucky. Did you see how close he was?
Yeah, I did.
Look at this. He was like on his bumper. It looked like it was actually
97 of Lon, 70
a little bit of what do we call that?
14 of Caswell and the 7.
Well, he definitely took some damage though. If you've seen, he lifted that car up. When he hit the back end of that car went up in the air.
It did look like it. Yeah, it did a little bit. Holy, yeah.
97 of Lon, 70.
I imagine he didn't get out of that unscathed.
Actually, it looks like 2 went sideways up here.
Lon, 70.
Came down off the track and they went sideways. Ooh. Did they save it though?
Of Justin Harris. We're all
does look like it, yeah.
Let me go take a look at the 70 to see if we can get a look at what actually happened
Crazy.
there.
Well, there were a lot of awesome saves in the
Oh,
Cup race and the
absolutely.
driver.
Absolutely. 14 actually saved it coming down off that wall.
Of Herman, 14 of Caswell.
Because this
Yeah.
car right here, if he wouldn't have tried to brake coming down off that wall, he would have probably got him. Daytona equals playing a game of chess. I agree. I agree.
As well in the 7 of Justin Harris. We're all involved in that.
For me, it's just all biding my own time.
Let me go take a look at the 7.
Just trying to be where the accident is not.
It's going to be right behind him in that
Yep.
99.
Just gotta kind of
Coonan in the 4th place and Michael
try to
Machado
predict what's
down
gonna
in
happen.
5th.
Unfortunately.
Looks like all of these drivers are going to take the smart move and come down into the pit lane and get that splash of fuel. I highly doubt anybody's going to be changing tires during this.
Well, and
Basically, prepare for the worst.
That was one of the other incidents. But if you skip over to 159.35, you'll see contact between, or I'm sorry, no, I'm sorry, 141.12. You'll see contact between 94 J Barr and 20 of Hughes due to a checkup that caused a huge accident, taking out several cars, at least eight cars involved.
It looked like Menchaca tried to slow down, wasn't able to get the checkup for the 36, and it caused the 94 to bump into him.
Right here. Here we go.
No, it caused 94 to slow down enough to where the 20 got into him. 99 goes around, 71 involved.
And he's playing ping pong there in the center.
Yeah, it just looked like Barr got out of whack off of that bottom line, man, went up, and there was no give. He was already up underneath him before you knew it. And both of you went right up and around.
To bump into him.
Oh, see, that wasn't even the big one I thought it was. I thought that involved several cars, but he wound up getting real hurt in that one.
20, 71, 39, I think that was. Oh, no, 99.
Slow down enough to where the 20 got into him. 99 goes around, 71 involved.
Wow.
Look at that car on that outside. He got so lucky.
Which one was that?
The one with the green numbers.
Oh, yeah, he did. He's scathed by that. He actually, 99 gave him a push before he got taken out.
Yeah, it looked like it.
He pushed him out of that accident, which is insane.
Not what you want
All right.
for some of these drivers, man.
Which brings us to our last time frame for Cups. Once again, if there's anything else that you guys want reviewed or that you found cool that you saw, let us know. We'll go back, we'll review it. But our last time is at 2 hours, 22 minutes and 5 seconds.
That is going to be the 6th mad caution of the night, ladies and gentlemen.
22.
We're going to see what these guys decide to do. Most likely all these.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is...
So, and this is the coming to the end of the race. Checker flag crash once again for the Cup Series.
Right here. The number 8 is going to dive it. Oh, number 8 gets taken out. Wow.
So, as I said, this right here for me was almost
Jacob Malone in the
worse
99
than the truck. You know what I mean? Because it was like right at the finish line.
It hurts my soul to see stuff like that, man.
Like literally no more than a half a second away from being over that start finish line.
Oh no! Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. This will be it right here.
But again, Malone walked out with it, man. He came back after a hiatus. 99 he was up front all day. We talked about him on the broadcast several times, and he was in place to be able to take it home. So congratulations to him and all the podium guys and anybody that came out there and put down a hell of an effort in the truck or the Cup race. those guys work hard every single week on not only their trucks but their racecraft, trying to go out there and perfect these tracks, and a lot of respect goes out to all of them.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Everybody works hard to be here and do great in a race, so absolutely.
Well,
All
and
right,
step
guys. Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna mention a little bit of that real world news with Van Ginsbergen somehow coming out and winning every single road course he's been a part of since he's joined the Truck Series, or I mean, since he's joined the Cup Series. It's just out of
Oh,
this world, man. The dude is unstoppable on a road course.
yeah, he is. I would quite literally hand him a crown and just call him the king of road courses.
Well, in coming his background, coming from the GT3s and this, and those kind of cars, like the exotic cars and stuff like that, he already knows what it takes to go out there and be very good. Um, he showed it the first race he came out. First race he ever went to was Chicago road course, and he came out and took it home. So I mean, yeah, I just crazy, crazy. But Ryan Blaney wound up securing surprise pole position at Watkins Glen this weekend, just barely over Van Ginsbergen. So go Ryan Blaney for showing there, he's not unstoppable.
Definitely put up a hell of a fight.
uh,
On
Go ahead.
other news, um, did we all hear about that Connor that
Connor Zilic.
Zilich? Is that how you say it? Connor
Yeah,
Zilich.
Zilic. Yeah, I mean, I watched it, dude, and I'll tell you, working from heights and being up in the air and stuff, being anywhere off 3 feet off the ground is super dangerous, right? So people may look at it not being that far, but if you fall from that far onto your head, it's probably going to kill you. So he was about 3 feet off the ground. He was about, I'd say, 2.5 feet off the ground when he fell and smacked his face off that pavement. And we could have lost a really good racer. And thank God I believe he was released with a broken collarbone. So
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it was definitely a scary fall, especially for anybody that was actually there and witnessed it. And I mean, obviously, even the cameras were there. People were watching live from home and saw that, so it was pretty scary as far as injuries go. I mean, like you said, he basically he fell on his face. He's lucky that he only walked away with a broken collarbone for sure.
no, absolutely. Well, and you go and look at something like, you're in the winner's circle, they're spraying soda or whatever your sponsor drink is all over the place. Car's gonna be slippery, you got confetti all over the place. Those driving shoes are slick. They're not like grip onto everything. So I mean, it's not unexpected to see a fall like that. And unfortunately, or I, unfortunately, it wasn't any worse than that. Seeing him come out of it is all awesome. So,
Absolutely.
well, in Connor, he just tweeted just recently. Thank you everybody for reaching out today. I'm out of the hospital and getting better already. Thankfully, CT scans for my head are clear, so no concussions or anything wrong with his head. I just have a broken collarbone. Thankful for all the medics and quick attention, and grateful it wasn't any worse. And as we all are too. Thank you for the first responders that helped out on the scene, and you know, hearts always go out to those guys and helping out.
Absolutely. All right. So there was a bit of controversy over the disqualifications that happened at Daytona. I know that there were quite a few individuals that were not super happy for their teammates that were DQ'd. Is there anything you want to touch on for that, Jamie, as far as like?
Well, And I'll tell you, most of the time you're gonna run into those hot takes when it comes to, you know, really well 50-50 tracks. Like everybody's looking for somebody to blame, right? And ultimately, you're just going out there to have fun, and people lose sight of that quite frequently. And when you lose sight of that, and you just start like, "Oh man, it's your fault. You did," like, because generally we find that it's super rare that something is really done on purpose. So to lose our minds and just to get super upset and take it out on somebody, especially during the race, like over the chat, like we really frowned upon, and we try to avoid that kind of stuff. So, but it does create really great rivalries during the season. I'm not gonna lie.
It does. It does. Absolutely, it does. Um, but I mean, yeah, like you said, it's we're out here. We're out here to have fun. I do get there is money on the line and whatnot, but I mean, it's I I want to say it's not that serious as far as what we're out here doing. We're trying to create a good environment, trying to have fun with it. We want to provide just that kind of environment for everybody that's here. But on the other hand, the rivalries are good to see at a point. You know what I mean? Like I like seeing a good rivalry. But
Are we done watching the track?
yeah, we are. Let's get back over to let's go back over here. Oh,
Yeah,
where are
that's
you?
pretty much it for like live racing and stuff like that.
There you are. So yeah, um, I guess now um, we can move on to some driver interviews if we want. If there's anybody that
Yeah.
is interested, that is either in the YouTube or in the Discord.
Well, we got what? We got four that are watching right now: Campbell, Ashley, Whitaker, and Caswell. We did talk about Caswell.
Yeah, let's Mr. Caswell, I'm gonna invite you to speak if you would like to come up. You may join us.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey,
How's it going?
Caswell, how are we doing today?
I'm doing all right. Just been a busy day.
Busy, busy, busy.
Well,
Absolutely.
coming fresh off of first season starter for Cup and Truck Series. Obviously, we had a few cautions out there. It wasn't the craziest race I've ever seen in my life. There was a lot of green flag laps out there, man, but ultimately the pressure that was on the track was out of control as far as I'm concerned. There was just so many people trying to be good with that bad setup, and it just wasn't working out.
Yeah, yeah, that was definitely part. The setup. It's not really like any. I didn't have a major problem with it. I haven't really ran anything like it before. I mean, it was fun going out there, seeing what could work and what not, but I didn't really have any teammates in it, so all the strategy which we had been planning throughout the whole week and all that, just to have, I think, a couple teammates like Nick and Austin and Matt, all of them, I guess they had something come up, which was unfortunate. So uh, the initial plan didn't work. Practicing qualifying, which we had practiced a little bit, but the past week or two has just been com- so stressful. Just so much stuff. Just getting back into action. We got like 3 new leagues which we're running, big events, all that, but just kind of uh, didn't go our way and such. But I mean, it was fun, excluding just I guess bad luck. But yeah,
Well, coming into race two, obviously Auto Club is a very is An awesome track. A lot of people love Auto Club. What are your guys' thoughts going into Auto Club for GTCR?
So, uh, it's kind of weird. Me, in the 14 and Nick are both the 14 and 75 cars. Me and Nick have been, uh, well, sorry, Nick and Austin have been super successful at the track. But me personally, I don't really own the track right now. Kind of been caught up in other league stuff, but from what I'm hearing about it and still doing kind of like film on it, just going through, seeing people's insights on lines and whatnot. It's pretty interesting. I've been really, really good at intermediates throughout. I think we had a couple at the truck series last year, maybe, I think. Um, but also different like leagues in the cup cars. We've been getting as much work in as possible in these cup cars because just understanding the aero package and all of that and how to save tires is just so critical. Not only, well, mainly for like intermediates or not so much short tracks, but yeah, intermediates and all that just is rough on dirty air. But GTCR, I'm pretty sure all of our guys are, we should have the majority of our roster show up, but I think the game plan's really, I mean, every week's just go out and win it, but I feel strategy is going to be key, but with cautions, everything just gets mixed up so much. Just sitting down in a meeting room every day, there's only so much you can learn.
Yeah. Noel, and every time somebody says that, I think that SpongeBob episode where he learns too much and everybody's going crazy in his head, burning stuff. But no, you're not wrong. I mean, there is only so much you can go through in one day, but ultimately, you're right. Strategy. It's going to come down to a lot of strategy, especially between teammates and looking for a win. If you guys are looking for a win, obviously there's one teammate that's going to come out with that one. So really, ultimately, that decision is going to be down to once you guys are in practice, you find out who's your faster car. The other support cars are going to try to get that person to the front to try to get the team a win. But ultimately, your goal is to be that faster car, right?
Yeah, so it's when we practice at least an hour each day a week, which now it's hard to tell. Well, it's always been hard to tell who's the faster car normally, because after normally first day, Nick's always just phenomenal, just picks up the track immediately and kind of can stay at the same pace. He might move up a little bit. Uh, I'm really good at finding little tips and tricks by myself on just like how to attack a corner a little bit better. Austin's more consistent. He can just run the same line. Matt, I think he's kind of like Nick. He's kind of take my aggression and then Nick's everything else, and that's the driver we got, which hasn't made his debut yet, but we're hoping to see him soon. But normally we're all kind of even in practices, which is good, but kind of um let's say kind of, I wouldn't say difficult, but it kind of does make it difficult, especially if you're going out there and winning, which I can guarantee you every last got one of my drivers are going to go out there, either even if even if it's a GTCR Motorsports car in front, we're going to race them hard and do whatever we can to uh, make sure that that guy wins. And uh, you can ask our crew chiefs and whatnot. Even though we're all teammates, there's just an extent. There's a fine line on what we tell teammates and what we don't. So we got good competition over there, and that's what I feel makes us probably one of the fastest teams out there each week.
Well, Mason, you got any questions?
Well, I just got, unless you have any, I just got two closer questions for him real quick.
No, I'm good, man. Thank you for coming up, Caswell, and talking to us, buddy, and giving us an insight about the plans moving forward and what you think about Auto Club and how last race went, man. But other than that, thank you so much.
Yeah, absolutely.
I just got one thing for you. Where did it go? Actually, where did it go? All right, just two questions for you. I know it kind of sounds like you've already kind of talked about it, but just summarize, like, what are your goals for season 7 here at GEC NASCAR?
Go out, dominate, just have like punch mouth speed week in and week out, just aggravate guys, just hope get guys like frustrated, them having to practice like 10 hours a week just to try and even be within a second of me at crossing the finish line. But teammates make that hard. But
Yeah,
um, obviously, uh, didn't have any wins in the truck series last year, unfortunately. Probably had a couple to win, but cards didn't play out in our favor. But we got a really good crew chief, or I got a really good crew chief now. My buddy Turtle, he's been with us for a while, so I'd say probably win at least one or two races and get a championship under my belt.
all right, fair enough, fair enough.
Get that trophy.
Absolutely. Hey, um,
Yep.
and just one last quick thing here. Is there any league feedback or suggestions you have for us?
Um, I would say schedule's a little bit difficult, especially in the road course side, but not not much. One of the big things which I wanted to see if y'all can introduce was podcast and just get drivers' insights and get to know more about the drivers, but y'all are on that before
Absolutely.
I could say anything. But
Yeah,
definitely just
it's our first
go ahead.
one. Well, it'll get better as we go. We're just adjusting to it now, but yeah, it's gonna be great. So,
Yeah,
but yeah, like Jamie said, I appreciate you stepping in and having a chat with us. If you want to come back up next week, if we have room for you, feel free.
absolutely. Hopefully it's with a little bit better finish status than
Absolutely.
this week. But yeah,
All right, man.
but appreciate y'all having me on.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
definitely. Thank you so much.
Yep, thank y'all.
Alrighty then.
All right.
That was definitely good insight there, and coming straight out of the truck or the car and coming up and talking is as raw as it can get as far as like being in the truck with these guys because being out there it's a whole nother world than watching from above, right? So
Mm-hmm.
you just it's even seeing yourself from above after being in a race and going back and watching it, it's a whole different world. Like you just like, oh man, I really did that like that. You just it's just awesome to see that these guys um are doing so good this season. I'm really, really hoping that we see a lot out of the GTCR guys and really hoping that these guys can put something together for themselves this season.
Absolutely, I agree. I 100% agree. All right. Well, shall we move on to our look ahead?
Yes, sir.
All right. take a quick look at what we're looking at for next, or actually starting this week, starting tomorrow actually. Let's get over to that. So obviously, as we stated, we're starting at the Auto Club starting tomorrow for the trucks, and then Thursday for the Cup Series. What to expect out there? Well, it's a 2-mile track. It's a
Oh.
pretty massive track.
Auto Club has several different lanes as well, so we could see anywhere up to probably 4 wide going into those corners. We're gonna see probably a lot of dive bombing coming towards the end. I imagine that we're gonna get a lot of separation, but it's gonna be pretty chaotic once we get to the restarts. Those
Uh,
restarts are really gonna determine how this race is gonna go.
yeah, I'm expecting a lot of side by side, four car wide action right out of the restarts. It's it's going to be interesting. Um, how do you think the tire wear is there? Is there tire wear management that people should be
Oh,
doing?
yeah, definitely. When you're out at Auto Club, I would probably say you're gonna start to feel it after probably about 12. About 12 to 15 laps, you're really gonna start to feel it. You can really push it. You can go all the way. I would say you could probably go to lap 30 maybe, and before you actually feel like you're on ice skates. But other than that, it's been a long time since I've been out there. I will be out there tomorrow, so we will see what
Ah,
happens.
that's right. That's right. Forgot about that.
Yeah, I will be out there tomorrow. I have not practiced at all. I should probably do that before I go to bed tonight. But probably won't. I'll probably practice when I get home from work tomorrow. But we'll see. We'll see.
All right. Well, let's see what else we have here at this track. As you stated, 4 lanes, which is just insane.
Are we doing night or day tomorrow for both races?
That is a good question. I think it's during the day. I could be wrong
Well,
though.
if it's during the day, it's going to be live weather for the actual where it's at. So, whatever the weather looks like there tomorrow is what we're going to be racing in.
I could be wrong. I'm not sure. Actually, let's take a quick look. See.
Well, in general,
Schedule. So it looks like Auto Club is during the day, 48 laps, or 48 is the stage lap.
so the race will probably start around 1 a.m. ish, like sim time. Um, if it's going to be during the day like that. So, yeah, it'll be a good race. It'll be a good race.
I know I was looking at Discord not too long ago, and I'd seen that there was some um, concerns about realistic weather. How is how is it that realistic weather can affect that track out there?
Well, so if the track is too cold, it's slick. If the track is too hot, it's slick. So, unfortunately, we're just gonna have to deal with whatever it is. Like I was telling some of the drivers, unfortunately, making this kind of change is trying to get more towards the realism side, right? We really want to work towards getting into um as close to possible as real life. So the best way to do that is to come up with the live weather. And because you never know, you don't know when you go out to a track what's going to happen that day. Like I told those guys, nobody controls Mother Nature, so why do we feel like we should? So we stopped controlling it in the sim, and we let Mother Nature take its course on the track.
Fair enough. I like that answer. I like that answer. Let's see. So for setups, do you think we'll have a decent setup this time around for Auto Club? Do you think it'll
Well,
handle a lot like it did in Daytona?
for the truck series, we're gonna have a setup created by Conti. Those guys have been kind enough to create a setups for the truck series all season, and we will be using the Conti setup for the truck, so that will be flawless, I imagine, as always. And moving into the Cup Series, that is going to be standard iRacing setup, which is they do have a normal one for there, but it has not been tested yet. So we'll see what happens tomorrow.
All right. Well, I think we've gone basically over everything to look forward ahead to Auto Club for next or this week coming. Unless there's anything that you want to add on to that.
Ah, man, I
Any
think we went over quite a bit.
any predictions or rivalries that you think are happening right now?
Ah, uh, in all honesty, to tell you the truth, out of what we've seen so far, I think Harris and Herman are going to have a problem. The number 7 and the 70. Um, that could involve the number 14 of Caswell as well. Caswell was collected in that accident that they were involved in. We could also see a problem between 94 and 20 of Barr as we've seen that accident between those guys, But really, ultimately, the contact between the number 50 and the 96
Yeah,
sort of looked retaliatory. So you never know, man.
definitely look for something maybe in between them.
Yeah.
Never know. All right. Well, I mean, I think that's all I have for this episode, our first episode of GEC NASCAR Teardown. I think it went pretty good. How about you?
Yeah, no. We appreciate everybody that showed up tonight and hung out with us, and that's really what it's going to be, just hanging out and talking about how that last week went, and some maybe up to date real world news, and just joking around
Yeah,
about
we're
race cars.
not looking to make it like something super official or something where we have to watch what we say or whatever. You know what I mean? Like we're just here coming up here, have fun, talk about racing, talk about sim racing. So I mean, we don't. For some of these, we don't even have to discuss the race. We can come on here and just chat about stuff going on in the community or racing, sim racing, anything.
Well, in next week, subject line is probably most likely going to be racing rigs.
Racing rigs. That'll be a good one. Be a good one.
Yeah.
I,
A lot of our
I
guys
know there are
put
a
a lot of
lot of
money into
people in
theirs.
here that have some
Yeah.
crazy setups.
Yeah, and I want to go over some of them. Definitely, I know you have a good setup. I mean, I know a lot of these guys, they got 4 or 5 monitors. They're going
Yeah,
crazy with
they got
theirs.
wild setups. Wow. I mean, I thought, I mean, at first when I had gotten mine, I thought mine was crazy looking with the 3 monitors and the wheel and everything. And then I look at some of these other ones, and I'm like, holy.
Yeah, a lot of money and effort went into these rigs. So let's shine a little spotlight on them and
Yeah,
see what we can
absolutely.
pull out.
Absolutely. Just a quick reminder for anybody. I mean, if anybody hasn't followed us or subscribed or hit that like button, uh, turn on our notifications as well. That way, when we do go live, you will be notified. Also, you can join us in our Discord. I'll put the Discord link in our description of this video. And we don't have a website yet. It's in the works, technically. It's proving to be a bit more difficult putting it together than I thought, but eventually we'll get there. Maybe by the end of the season, maybe next season, we'll see. League signups are open season round, year round. The only thing is in order to race in a season, you'll have to wait till next season. I believe, right? We don't allow people to join in.
Yeah, but that's up to race 5.
Okay, so you have up to race 5 to get in then.
Yep.
After race 5, you'll have to wait till season 8.
Ah, man, season 8. It's hard to think we're even in season 7 right now.
I know, season 7, man. It's been a journey. It's been a journey.
Last season for season 6, we paid out over $800 to our drivers.
Yeah,
That's insane.
For some, it might not seem like a lot, but I mean, for me, that's quite a bit. That's quite a bit. The other thing is, actually, that's it. Yeah, that was it. Anything else you want to add, Jamie?
I'm good, man. Thank you so much. Great job.
I appreciate you being here as my co-host. I appreciate everybody out there that tuned in and listened. Anybody that is currently going to watch this right now on a replay, I appreciate you for coming and watching. Yeah, thanks for everyone for coming to watch. And we'll see you next week here on GEC eNASCAR Teardown, your virtual garage podcast for everything GEC eNASCAR League.